going on for the department to take hashtag. Before I start this video, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, stay up to date with all my motherfucking videos. Follow me on all my social media. It will be in the description box below. And I have an Amazon affiliate link. Shop whatever the fuck you normally would shop, and it helps the channel out. So click on my Amazon affiliate link and shop whatever you normally would shop. Just click on the link first. And I also have a Weibo affiliate link. You get 2 free stocks for signing up. I get 1 free stock. If you like free money, click on the link. If you don't like free money, well, don't click on the link. All right, so this video has been very anticipated by a subscriber, friend, fellow YouTuber, NoFade247. He's wanted me to do this video for so long. This is my CBR250R 2012. So basically, I got this bad boy years and years ago, and I never like reviewed it. I never like talked about it really. So today I'm going to be talking about it, the things I like about it, and I'm also going to be doing a little bit of driving footage, a little bit of drive-by footage. I have this thing upgraded to as fast as it can possibly go for a 250. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the bike. So the bike is a 2012 250R CBR. It's the very introductory version of a sports bike. It's the lowest grade sports bike there is. All right. So I think it's pushing around 24 to 25 horsepower. It's not a very fast bike, but it is a fast enough bike to get the job done. The top speed is around 87 miles an hour. Depends on the wind, but you can easily get this bad boy up to 80, 85 on a normal day. So it does get the job done. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get some drive-by footage. Let's go and get maybe some in-helmet footage. Maybe I could try to pull that off. And then I'll end the video and talk about some things I like, some things I don't like, and we'll go from there. So let's go and do a startup. Let's go and check. Let's see what this bad boy sounds like. All right. So boom, boom. Hit the switch and boom. Oh, that's not good. All right. All right, so now you know what she sounds like. Forgot to mention, riding gear. So every person should ride with this stuff. If you're a beginner or just in general, if you're out there on the streets, you should definitely be using proper riding attire. All right. So what I have is pants and a regular shirt, and then you need a helmet, riding gloves, helmet. And then you should also have a jacket. I have a jacket. It's hot out though. I don't ride the jacket unless it's either at nighttime when it's getting a little cold out, or if it's just cold in general. Right now it's super hot out, so I will not be using the jacket, but I do recommend the jacket as well for all of your proper safety attire. All right, so now we know what it sounds like. By the way, I'm gonna talk about the mods and everything. I'll talk about the mods once we're done riding and doing some drive-bys, and then I'll wrap up my thoughts on this bike and whether I'm going to be upgrading, or would I suggest this as a first bike for very novice, very beginner type of people trying to get a sports bike. So without further ado, let's go ahead and do some drive-by footage. right, so that was some drive-by footage, and I also did some hold the camera with one arm and switch gears with the other hand footage. I don't have a in-helmet camera, otherwise I would have used that, and then you could see the cleanness of you know, the gear ratios and how fast you could go in each gear and the acceleration and all that. Hopefully you guys got a good idea of the acceleration. It's not a bad bike. It really isn't. For what it is, it's not that bad of a bike, all right? So let's talk about some things I like about it. Let's talk about some things I don't like about it. So right from the factory, the things that I do like about it is that the price point is unbelievable for this bike. You know, if you're trying to get a sports bike and you want something brand new, this thing is around $4 grand brand new. Now that this is 2012, they do make newer versions, newer years, but the bike itself is around $4 grand for a brand new bike. I did buy this thing brand new. So I bought it brand new, and then I did a bunch of modifications on it. So a $4,000 bike for a sports bike, I thought that was a really good deal considering the 600s are absurd amount of money. You know, you're talking double, even triple type of prices for a brand new type of 600 CBR. 600 is a more an advanced to middle range type of bike. Now I picked the 250 because it was cheap and I was a beginner, so I wanted a beginner bike. I didn't want to be trying to kill myself on a 600 not knowing what the hell I'm doing. I'm also not the type to really like go crazy fast, so this thing is actually perfect for me. Not to say that I don't like going fast and I don't like, you know, having fun with this bike. I actually think this bike is very fun for what it is. So let's talk about the modifications that I've done to this bike. So I've done everything you could pretty much do to this bike. I got the Two Brothers carbon fiber Black Series exhaust on it, added a ton of a decent amount of power considering. Also, the one thing I don't like about this bike is the exhaust coming from stock. It literally sounds like a fucking moped, and it looks like a fucking moped. As soon as you put that sexy ass aftermarket exhaust on it, sounds way better and it performs way better. So it breathes better, it sounds better. So the things I don't like about it is the factory exhaust and pretty much the fender eliminator kit makes it look more aesthetically pleasing. There's less plastic on the bottom. Basically that removes this fender part right here and it makes it more sporty looking. I also did the K&N air filter, which lets it breathe more. It opens it up and gives it more of a performance for when you're giving it gas. It breathes better. And then if it breathes better, that means the exhaust is going to be better. So the two performance things I would highly suggest is a K&N air filter and a Two Brothers exhaust or some type of exhaust. That way it breathes better to pull the air in and it exhales the exhaust better with a better exhaust and it's not restricted. I also have a juice box, which is basically a map sensor that does the fuel mapping for it. And you can kind of, you know, mess around with each low, middle, and high fine tweaks, and you could tweak it for each gear so that it gets enough gas, not enough gas, more air, not enough air, and you can pretty much set that. I've tweaked with it so long that some of the gears are a little weird, they're a little less performance than I would like, but at the end of the day, it's still a 250, so I wasn't really going to expect much, but it does help the bike perform better. So that's the three modifications that I've done to the bike as far as performance. K&N air filter, Two Brothers exhaust full system, and the juice box map sensor. So that's the things that I like. So the only thing I really don't like about it is that it is, you know, a slower bike. Actually, I got the lights on, hold on. That it's a slower bike considering when you're talking other bikes. Now, it's not really something I don't like about it because it's a 250. When I first got this bike, it was ridiculously slow. I'm talking like a tier above a moped. Like it was super like not impressive whatsoever. After you do the modifications and you add a little, you put a little bit of money into this bike, you can actually get some decent sports bike looking, sports-like performance, and overall just a fun bike. So I really don't have any negative things to say about it other than the exhaust coming from it is super not sporty looking and it looks like a fucking moped and it sounds like a fucking moped. Other than that, it's a really good bike. It's a really good introductory sports bike. Highly would suggest it. And I would highly suggest all the riding gear that you see here. It definitely keeps you safe, and it's the proper riding attire. So solid bike, definitely would suggest for beginners. Now, me personally, I'm looking to either get a 500 or 600, maybe sometime down the road, and then I'll obviously I'll obviously do the modifications to it, just like I did with this bike. So, honestly, for what it is, a 250R, I've kept up with some decent bikes, and I think that once you do the modifications and you do everything you can to this bike, this thing could be decent, and I think this is a solid introductory sports bike. Also, I'm a 6-foot man, 200 pounds, and this bike fits perfect. Like, I don't feel like I'm too small on it. I don't feel like I'm too big on it. It's actually a decent sized bike considering that it's a 250. You think I would be super big on it because a 200 pound, 6-foot man, you think you would be almost uncomfortable on it, and I'm not. I'm very comfortable on it. Now, if you weigh 300 pounds, you might want to definitely look into bigger bikes. But me being a 200-pound man at 6 foot, I feel like this thing is actually sufficient for what it is. And also, you can drive passengers on it. So I've taken plenty of people on the back seat, and you can absolutely still have fun. You can still cruise around. It's a 2-seater, and I really like this bike. So at the end of the day, definitely worth it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do think I will probably upgrade eventually, maybe down the road, maybe soon. I'm not sure. I'm still kind of looking into it. And honestly, I don't drive my bike as much as I would like to. It's just because of conflict of scheduling and conflict of things going on in my life. I do try to drive it when I do have time and when I want to have fun. But I do suggest it as an introductory bike. It is a decent bike. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are new to the channel, usually I do fitness shit, all right? But it's not just fitness, it's lifestyle as well. And today I wanted to review my 250R CBR 2012. And that's my thoughts. If you guys have any questions about this bike, if you have any questions about this video, comment down below, I'll answer them. Welcome to the channel if you're new, subscribe, all that good stuff. Use all my affiliate links, everything you need to know will be in the description box below. And other than that, we're progressing and never regressing. And other than that, I'll check you guys later.